Item 9.
Recommendation 9 is a department proposed recommendation that is not in any of the ordinances before you. It would remove the provision in the administrative code that requires an administrative hearing if a violation is found. So currently, if we find a violation, we have to host a hearing. We may not always need to have a hearing. It could be, the violation could be rectified, or don't necessarily need one. So.
I think the point is just a huge administrative burden for us to have a hearing every time there's a violation. There's other normal procedures to correct the violation.
Commissioner, call the question.
Sorry. I'm fine with supporting this, but I just wanted to understand, how is it that the admin code dictates what we do or what staff does?
That's the nature of this ordinance. So we're, that's just where it was decided to place the requirements in the admin code rather than the planning code. There was a similar ordinance previously, the old 41A, and so that's why it was converted.
It's very imperfect for me, but I understand.
Deputy City Attorney Marlena Byrne, this may be opening up a discussion that the Commission doesn't want to have, but you certainly could recommend that instead of using the enforcement procedures of this administrative code, that now that the Planning Department is the enforcement entity, that the recommendation be that you use the Planning Code's enforcement procedures. But Zoning Administrator Sanchez is correct that the reason there's this whole separate process here is because originally this was administered by DBI, and so it created a process for them to use. And that wasn't changed when this was amended in October to switch the enforcement over to the Planning Department.
Shall I call the question then on recommendation 9 to remove the provision in the administrative code that requires an administrative hearing? Commissioner Antonini.
Aye.
Commissioner Hillis.
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Richards.
Aye.
Commissioner Wu.
Aye.
And Commission President Fong.
Aye.
That recommendation will move forward unanimously.